Hey all, I'm not sure, some of you guys might know me, some of you guys might not, but I'm going to start making myself known in the Medicare industry, specifically some life insurance as we start to get into it, but figured I would introduce myself to everybody, kind of let you know who I am, what I do, the story. We are an agency that has close to 250,000 policies on the books, and that is self-generated policies, not from a downline or anything else like that. We've got a call center, and get more on that. But my name's Jaggeresh. I am the founder and CEO of Elite Insurance Partners. Probably a lot of you guys know us as MedicareFAQ.com. We've got a few other core brands, MedicareCompared.com, ApplyForMedicare.com, and we've got probably 2 or 3 other main ones where we generate our leads from. But I think most of you probably know us as MedicareFAQ.com. If you do any kind of internet searches and stuff like that, it doesn't really matter what state you're in. We're pretty much out there. But anyways, just really wanted to introduce myself and tell you a little bit more about Elite Insurance Partners, my background, kind of where I started, where I came from. And I'm ready to start spreading some knowledge. I'm ready to start talking about the things that a lot of people won't talk about, whether they're owned by private equity or venture capital, or have partnerships that they're scared to get in trouble about. I don't know. We're at a spot now where we've gone through a lot. I've been doing this for 15 years. I've been in the Medicare space, of which I've owned my own business now almost 12 years of those 15 years. So coming up on 16 years total in the business. So I want you all to hear from somebody that really knows what they're talking about, can talk about it from a call center perspective. A lot of you guys think call centers are bad, and I would agree with you probably with 80% of the call centers that are in the space. Not 100%. We're a good one, I promise. And hopefully after I tell you a little bit more about us, you'll believe me. But it's not just the call centers, it's the FMOs, it's the carriers and everything. So I'm going to give you the skinny on, not all in this video, and I'm going to keep doing a series of this, whether it be podcast or it be on YouTube, TBD. We'll figure it out. I'll get this out to everybody. I'm really good at marketing. So any which way, let me start from the beginning. 35 now, been in the industry for 15, coming on 16 years here in a few months. Started in the industry at 20. So where did I start off? I started off at one of the largest, and not one of the largest health, I don't know if it was just health back then, but let's call it health and life broker in the nation. I am from Clearwater, Florida. My office now is in Tampa, but I did have an office in Clearwater and Palm Harbor and Safety Harbor at one point. But I'm not going to name names, but if you know this side of Florida, if you know Florida at all, and you know where some of these FMOs, TPMOs are from, then you can put 2 and 2 together and realize where I came from. So started there when I was 20, and I'm very appreciative of them, and thank them a lot for the things that now nobody that I ever started with, other than some of the marketers and stuff like that, are still there. But I'm very appreciative of the people that brought me into the industry. My brother specifically, he still works with a brokerage company out there, an FMO. I'm going to call it FMO instead of calling TPMO brokerage. So still works for an FMO. He's been doing it for a number of years. I very much appreciate him. He got me into the industry. So 20 years old, got into it, B2B, doing marketing, doing recruiting, finding agents that wanted to sell products in that given market for a competitive product, and specialized long-term care is what I came into the industry with when it was actually in existence. But that was only very short-lived. I think I did that for like 6 months before I transitioned into Medicare, and primarily Medicare supplements. Didn't do actually any MA. Did some PDPs and stuff like that before I left. But I was actually one of the top B2B marketers in the nation, not just for that FMO, but some others. I won some accolades over the years of doing it. But my true passion after I think it was 23 and realized that my true passion was I really wanted to help people. Didn't want to help the agents, and I loved working with agents, still love working with agents, and will always work with agents because I've got a ton of them in our office now, and we have some downlines as well. But my true passion was B2B, so try to figure out if I can generate leads on the internet. Didn't think I could, that long ago, call it 11 years ago at this point, and did very well at it. 12 years ago. Did very good at it and figured it out and I feel like I broke the code. We're still very good at it. Again, if you know if you've been on MedicareFAQ.com and you've seen our ads and stuff like that, figured out lead generation and was able to, hire an agent and hire another agent, hire an admin, and, kind of went from there. And that's evolved over the past, really, again, 12, 13 years of owning my own company. So I started my first company, 24 years old, left where I was at, and it was a successful company for 2 years. Not a good partnership, not good, bad, or ugly. My side, their side, just didn't work out. Some people butt heads. So decided before things got too deep and we started making too much money and kind of getting stuck where I was at, I decided to, go ahead and part ways. So parted ways, took those buyout dollars, and then started Elite Insurance Partners in September of 14. So fast forward, we're 10 years. We're almost 10 years. September will be 10 years. And started off small. It was me, my business partner, David Haas. He's my co-founder. He's my CTO. He's my best friend still today. And, we've been at this for 10 years. It was slow, gradual growth. I'm not owned by private equity, venture capital. I have nobody to answer to. We're up to about 100 and almost 150 total team members at this point. I think we're approaching 140, in the mid 140s, so getting up to about 150. Like I said earlier, we've got about 250,000 policies on the books now, and those are homegrown, internal. One thing I can tell you, I've done everything from scrubbing the toilets to mailing out mail kits to doing applications to new business to customer service. I still do a lot of that today. I don't necessarily scrub the toilets anymore, but I do a lot of the other stuff, and I love it. I love what I do. I love the industry. Unfortunately, the industry is getting ruined by some bad actors and some call centers and FMOs, and I'll call the carriers out as well. I'm very good at that sometimes, and our carriers are our partners, our FMOs are our partners, but at the end of the day, unfortunately, we've dropped the ball on some of these, not just call centers, but I'd say if we go look at the CTMs that are out there and everything, majority of the complaints are coming from, the call centers. It is what it is. That's what it is. You can debate me on that. You can whatever you want, but I mean the numbers are the numbers, the stats are the stats. So started at 24, 26, sold the company, took those proceeds, raised $150,000. So I came in at about $175,000 and built a multi-million-dollar company, and hopefully $1 billion company in the next probably 5 to 7 years, if we do all the right things and pull all the right strings, and do the right things. Be a good agent, be a good agency to the consumer, be a good partner to the carriers. And started off in a 1,200 square foot office. About, I wouldn't even say it was a year and a half. It was less than a year and a half. Purchased a 5,000 square foot building. Did that for about 3 years, grew out of that, got to about 30 something people, and then just didn't have enough parking. Had some more space. We could have added a few more bodies, stacking people on top of people, but got out of that, moved into a 20,000 square foot building. Did that for about 3.5 years, and we are actually now in, and hopefully in, our forever home, because we've got so much room to grow. We are in a 60,000 square foot building now, and that's what hosts, our mid 140s, 150 team members today. So that's the growth story of Elite Insurance Partners, MedicareFAQ.com. And, I really want to tell you, what do we specialize in? What do we do? Who are we? We've been dominantly, and you still can go on our websites today and it says we're a Medicare supplement brokerage. Well, we're Medicare brokerage. We do MedSup, we do Medicare Advantage, PDPs, ancillaries, life insurance as well now. But we've dominantly been known, and by the carriers and by my peers in the industry, we've been dominantly known as, a very large Medicare supplement broker. And we still are today. But last year, about 80% of our core business, when I say core business, at MedSup and Medicare Advantage, 80% came from Medicare supplements, 20% came from Medicare Advantage. This year, we're tracking at about a 75-25, 75% MedSup, 25% Medicare Advantage. Do I see that trend changing? I do. Now, with these new CMS reg changes and everything else like that, do I see more people writing MedSup? I do, but for us, it doesn't change much. Why? We do business the right way. Okay, and you probably hear that a lot. You probably see that a lot. Oh, I do business the right way. We're great. We do this, we do that. I mean, shit. I was at Medicarians last week, and I heard one of the largest publicly traded companies, the CEO, get on the platform and say, "Oh, we do business the right way, and we shop our plans, and we make sure we don't switch people off if they're on the right plan." Bullshit. Okay. Excuse my French, but bullcrap. Okay, they don't. I could call them right now and talk to one of their agents and tell them, give them the right meds, tell them the doctors that I want to go to and need to go to, and I guarantee you, because I'm not with them, they're going to try to switch me. So the biggest thing here, more than anything, if you get anything from this video, anything, okay, screw me, screw EIP, who we are, what we do, what I do, all that good stuff, right? If you do anything here, just do the right thing for the client. If they're in the best plan for them, MedSup, MA, PDP, ancillary, tell them they're in the best plan for them, and tell them if their needs change, budget, right, any kind of benefits that they need, then you tell them, hey, I'm here for you. Call me. Okay, they will respect you that much more to do that than you switching them and then putting in a complaint with Medicare and then getting us in the mess that we're in. Okay, so I want to tell you kind of our sales process, kind of high level. Again, let me back up. About 250,000 policies on the books. A majority of those are Medicare supplements. A lot of ancillary. More MA today than it's ever been, and then quite a few PDPs as well. We were not Medicare Advantage until April of last year. We always offered Medicare Advantage, but my sales agents were not certified and contracted to sell both MedSup and MA. We would do a needs analysis, we do fact finding, we do education, and then we'd find out MedSup, MA. If they were MedSup, the agent would enroll them. If they were MA, we'd send them to an MA specialist. That MA person would go through everything and then enroll them. But it was like a 2-to-20 ratio, like 2 MA to 20 MedSup. So very, very minimal. But now, mind you, before you pass judgment, I'm very good at advertising. We're very good at generating MedSup leads. We're very good at generating Medicare Advantage leads. So we know what our buyers, our clients are trying to buy. We're about 95% accurate in what they're actually going to buy. Okay, so before you judge me and say you're not doing the right thing, well, we were just generating Medicare supplement leads at that time. As we grew and everything, we had to start broadening our advertising. We had to start broadening what we do and what we offer, in the marketing that we did, to be able to generate more leads, to be able to fill more seats and all that type of stuff. So we got a little bit broader with advertising in Q1 of last year. And then we started, our core Medicare agents, what we consider our core agents, they became hybrid agents where they could sell both MedSup and MA. Now, we've always done the same education, or close to, right? Yes, it has evolved over the past 12 years, absolutely. But it's pretty simple. Here's original Medicare, A and B, okay? Here's Medicare Advantage, here's Medicare Supplement, here's prescription drugs. Here's the difference between the two, the good, the bad, the ugly, between all of them. Okay, Mr. Client, Mrs. Client, what would you like? Okay, they pick what they want, and yes, there's more that goes into it. We do a needs analysis and stuff like that and make sure that's the right pick for them, right? If they travel and they don't travel and they, all that good stuff. So we go through all that. We already know based upon their answers which way they should pick, but we still let them pick. And then we go into plans. So somebody picks a Medicare supplement, good. Here's Plan F. It's no longer available unless you have Medicare before January 1st, 2020. Here's Plan G. Here's Plan N. Here's high deductible Plan G in the event that it suits your needs. And we go through A to Z, right? We go A to Z through it with every single person. Now, one thing you got to remember, not every single person needs full education. You can do a shortened version of education, but those are the people that have been on Medicare. They've been on a MedSup. They've been on a Medicare Advantage. They already know the difference between a MedSup and Medicare Advantage. Now, mind you, people that think they know the difference, they truly don't know, because more than likely that sales agent, that call center sales agent, that local agent, doesn't matter who it is, may not have explained everything the right way to them. Didn't explain, they only sold MedSup or they only sold MA like today, right? A lot of agents don't sell MedSup anymore. They just sell MA. So you still need to make sure, okay, well, you do understand that a Medicare supplement is this, right? So if they current coverage is MA, they're trying to, get different benefits, or their doctor dropped out of network, whatever it is, right? Well, you do understand that a Medicare supplement is this, and a lot of people would say, yeah, I already knew that. Or, no, I had no idea that, I didn't have to worry about networks, or, whatever it is, right? Like I said, our scripting goes a lot more in depth than that. Our playbook, what we call it, goes more into that. But want a Medicare supplement, FGNN, high deductible Plan G if it ends up leading down that path, Medicare Advantage, HMO, PPO, private fee for service is essentially gone, but if there are plans available, we will go over that. And they go down the MedSup route. Of course, we go over PDPs, and we also go over ancillary, right? Guys, this is where a lot of people mess up. And I talk to, for those that, again, don't know me, and I don't expect everybody to know who I am, the big brokers in the space and the big, centers and stuff like that. When I say big, I'm talking hundreds of thousands, 50,000 policies a year. Like those groups, know who Elite Insurance Partners is, Medicare FAQ. I'm not a vocal person. I stay off the internet for the most part until now. I'm going to start having fun, okay? I'm going to start telling you the truth of Medicare. So, those large groups and stuff like that, is it different? Do you think are things skewed a little bit different with ancillary and stuff like that? Yes. But at the end of the day, if you build it into your presentation, right, everybody should in their presentation, I'm going to turn this light in my truck as I'm driving home. Everybody in their presentation should be telling that Medicare does not deem dental, vision, and hearing necessary, right? And whether it be necessary, however you want to put it in your pitch, but they don't cover it, right? And a lot of our clients, 6 out of 10 people are new to Medicare, 4 out of 10 are replacing some type of coverage, Medicare coverage, whether it be original Medicare, Medicare supplements, Medicare Advantage, right? So 6 out of 10 new, 4 out of 10 we're replacing something and helping that consumer. Sorry, other agents. Sorry to tell you that, but that's what it is. So we build it into our presentation. We do fact finding. If we know that cancer is a big thing in their family, we touch on that throughout the entire conversation. We put little nuggets out there, nuggets out there, right? Now, mind you, I will tell you this. I should have started with this when I started talking ancillary. I will not sell an ancillary product that I wouldn't buy on my own, okay? Or I wouldn't sell to my own family members that I love, okay? I believe in dental, vision, and hearing. I believe in cancer, heart attack, and stroke. I believe in hospital, HI. Okay, I believe in the accident insurance that we recently started selling. I will not offer a product to a client that I would not buy myself. Now, I'm not going to buy an HI policy, right, at 35 years old without a Medicare Advantage. I'm just not, right? And some people can debate me on that and say, oh, yeah, you could, use it with your group employer coverage. Yeah, you could. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to, right? Now, if I was 65 and I had a 0 premium plan, or a very affordable plan, and I could offer a HI policy at that point, then I would for $1 a day, $1.50 a day. So one thing I will say, and kudos where kudos are due, Galen Hendricks, Taylor Martin, Senior Security Benefits, thank you. Love you guys. Many of you guys know Galen very well. Queen of the Bundle. She's all over the internet. She's not shy by any means. They got us selling ancillary, and we're talking tens and tens of millions of dollars over the years that we've made, and it'll be tens and tens and tens of millions of dollars that we will end up making by selling these ancillary policies. So thank you guys. I haven't told you that in a while, but when they came in a handful of years ago, we were selling 0. Now we're attaching roughly 55%. I think we truly can get to 65% ancillary, and just by positioning it the right way to the consumer so they understand that they need it, right? That there is a situation for them needing it. Now, we don't push it down their throats. We don't shove it down their throats. We educate them, and we let the consumer pick if they want it or they don't want it. I don't just say, oh, well, yeah, with your Medicare supplement, you're going to get a hospital or a cancer, heart attack, and stroke for $45 a month, and we're going to bundle these things together. No, that's where we get in trouble. That's where CMS gets involved. That's where, I can't say CMS gets too much involved on the ancillary side, but I have seen some companies, $100 million fines and stuff like that over doing stupid stuff like that. But don't do that, right? Explain it to the consumer. Let the consumer buy it if they want it or they need it. Just do good with your fact finding. Do good with your education, and you'll be perfectly fine. Okay. So 55% attach rate. I think we'll get it up to 65 on our med sup. Just looked at it today with our CFO. Our goal's 33% on PDP attach rate, because we don't offer every single carrier in the PDP. Well, yeah, they have a med sup, so they need a PDP. Yeah, you're right. But we don't offer every single PDP carrier. And if we don't offer them and it's the best plan for them, guess what? A lot of agents won't sell it or tell them to go with it. We do. I do. Okay, I tell them to, go enroll in that plan whether we offer it or not. Why? Because it's not about us, guys. It's about these consumers. It's about what you would do for your own parents, right? If you found a plan online that was, could save your mom or your dad or, whoever raised you or somebody you love, if you could save them $500, $600, $700 a year versus going with that agent, what would you do? You're going to save them that money, right? And these agents, you as an agent, need to do the damn same thing for your clients. Simple as that. I don't care. You debate me on it. Let's have fun with it. Let's go. Okay. It's not okay that agents are doing this stuff. And that's where we are in trouble with CMS. If you do that type of stuff, I am in the Medicare industry. I am in insurance for residual income. I have some of the best deals, and I'm not going to say it because I've got NDAs and stuff like that, but I've got some of the best deals with these insurance carriers on the Medicare supplement side. I'm getting some unique deals on the Medicare Advantage side. That's probably going to go away. Why? Because we have some of the lowest CTMs in the, not some of, I've heard it from the carriers. We have the lowest CTMs with certain carriers for Medicare Advantage. We have some of the best persistency on the Medicare supplement side, call center wise, local agent wise, or anything else. And why do we have the deals that we have? How was I able to work that out? It's not because I'm good looking. It's not because, I'm a good talker and everything else like that. It's because our business speaks. These actuarials look at our business and they say, justifies, what we're going to give you. We want more of that business. That's how the co-op dollars and admin dollars should work on the MA side. If you've got good persistency, okay, you've got low CTMs, right? There needs to be guidelines by these carriers that ultimately pay based upon low CTMs, whatever their calculation is, whatever their formula is, whatever it is. That's how these admin dollars should be paid. That's how these co-op dollars should be paid. Not only at the agent and agency level like us, but that should be at the FMO level, right? There's a lot of FMOs out there that do very, very well, that have low CTMs because they make sure their downlines are doing what they're supposed to be doing. And then there's a lot of call centers out there that just don't do shit, okay? They don't do anything. They don't do secret shopping. They don't supply compliance stuff, right? Other than answering the carrier's, complaints and, navigating that. That's bullshit, right? These FMOs should be jumping in. They should be doing secret shopping. They should be looking into your advertising, and we should be kicking the bad actors out. Now, went from ancillary over to the CMS ruling and talking about me and the company and everything else, but I'm very passionate about what I do, as you can see. And I'm pulling up to my house, so drive around the block one time and I'm getting off here because it is 8:15 at night and I'm gonna go put my children down to bed. Here's the end of this. The end of this is, I'm not mad at CMS. Again, there's going to be some FMOs that are mad at me for saying that, and they're some of my peers or some of my good friends. We are an FMO, right? For majority of our carriers, we're top of hierarchy. We've got the direct deals. We've got the top deals, okay? And there's some contracts, some of our large contracts that we are on the MA side. MedSup, we're practically direct with everybody. MA, some of the big carriers out there, right? Core 5, we call it 4, 5, or 6. Everybody calls it a little bit different. I call it Core 5. 4 out of 5, we are still under an FMO. We have not earned our stripes. We do not deserve the top level contract. I'm about a year away. I think AEP of next year, AEP of 2025, we will have enough production where I should be able to go direct with every single one of them, but I'm not there yet. You need to earn your stripes. Not everybody deserves a direct deal, whether, again, you agree with it or not. Let's debate it. We can have that conversation. I've done it all, right? I didn't earn my direct deals with most of my med sub carriers until the past 24 to 36 months, okay? And we write tens and tens and tens of millions of dollars a year with these carriers, over the X amount of years that we've been in the industry. So where am I going to leave this? Why am I doing this? Why am I talking about this? A lot of my peers speak out, but they don't speak out in a way that I agree with, because they have politics to deal with and stuff like that. Well, I own Elite Insurance Partners. I'm the founder. I am the CEO of the company. I don't have to answer to anybody. I don't think anything that I've said today is going to upset an insurance carrier, nor is that my intention, but I do want change. I want change that benefits all of our lives. Okay, anybody that's watching this, whether you are a carrier, whether you're an FMO, whether you're an agent, agency, whether it be a call center, face-to-face, if we don't fix this and we let CMS fix this for us, guys, it's not going to be good. Okay, I don't care if you just sell Medicare supplements. At someday, it will get to that point, and it will affect that. So we all need to step up. We all need to do the right things. We all need to start holding each other accountable. Carriers need to start holding the FMOs accountable. The FMOs need to start holding their downlines accountable. And the downlines need to start holding their agents accountable for what they do. That's what we do in our office, and that's the reason why not only we have some of the lowest CTMs out of all the call centers in the nation, why we have some of the best persistency, the highest lifetime values. I know I started talking about that earlier and saying, oh, well, why we do this is for residual income. Well, we have some of the best lifetime values in the industry, and I've got numbers and data, and I can tell you any data that you want to know about, our clients and everything else. We need to come together as a group, and we need to push on the carriers, push on the FMOs to do this type of stuff. Yes, we all feel like, oh, well, they've got it. And listen, we're how many weeks into this? Over 2 weeks into the new CMS stuff. And I've not gotten a straight answer from a carrier. Damn sure have not gotten a straight answer from an FMO up to this point. And everybody's telling everybody it's going to be fine. Things aren't going to change. Why would you come out with a 1,300-page document and not let things change? That doesn't make any sense to me. Why raise this whole stink and have Congress get involved and do everything else if there's not going to be change? It may not happen this year, and there will be changes this year, so please don't take that the wrong way. There will be changes, and it will drastically. There will be companies that go out of business. There will be companies that flourish from it. Right? Change is good for a lot of companies, and I'm going to take the change because it'll be good for our company, but we'll talk. Anybody has a question on that, feel free to email me, and I'm more than happy to kind of tell you how we're going to make this as an opportunity. But if we don't fix this, and even if there is small changes now, the big changes will be next year or the following year. Okay, I want to build a legacy for my 2 little children that I'm pulling up to the house with here in a second, and I want to build a legacy for them. I want them to be able to take over this. If you're in this industry and you're doing the right things, and you're being a good human, and you're doing the right things for your clients and all that type of stuff, you love this industry. It's an amazing industry. My top competitors, okay, the people that I compete with on Google and Facebook and Bing and everything else like that, are some of my best friends. Okay, and it is the most amazing industry ever. And if we don't fix the things that are going on, and we're not vocal and just assume that these carriers are doing it or these FMOs are doing, mind you, most of these FMO, not most, every large FMO out there, not every, 95% of the FMOs out there today are owned by private equity. What does private equity want? They want return on their investment, ROI, right? So they're going to twist every corner, every turn, everything that they can possibly do to stretch that dollar as far as they can, or multiply that dollar and everything else along those lines. So don't rely on your FMO. Don't rely on the carriers 100%. The carriers are going to be the ones that do this, and we all, as agents and agencies, we do need FMOs. I will tell you that. And I'm an FMO, but I don't have a ton of downline. We will get there at some point. Would love to have conversations if anybody's interested, but that's not the point of this. The point of this is we need to come together and we need to make change of the industry. So turned in from a EIP, Jagger-esh, let me tell you who I am, what we do, to we need to make change in this industry, and we need to make changes fast. And you just need to do good business. So if you're that call center, you're that local agent, you're that agency that is doing the bad stuff, the wrong stuff, stop. If you want to know how to do it the right way, email me. I'm more than happy to help you. Message me on Facebook. Message me on, don't do it on LinkedIn. I don't check LinkedIn. Message me on Facebook, right? Send me an email. You can go to my website. You can find my email very easily. Okay. If you want to know how to do business the right way, I'm more than willing to spend time with you and teach you the right way to do business, the right way to buy leads, the right way to sell. Buy leads and selling are the two biggest things, okay? And when I say selling, I'm talking educating. Educate the consumer. They're going to buy from you if you educate them the right way, okay? Guys, nice to meet you. First video that I've ever done. Super excited to get this out there. I'm going to spend a whole bunch of advertising. It's 35 minutes. If you made it to the end of the video, congratulations. Hopefully you got something from it. Looking forward to putting more out there with you guys, and teaching you guys a little bit. And I'm looking to learn too. I don't know everything. I might act like it and say it every once in a while. No, I'm kidding. But I'm here to learn as well. But at the end of the day, let's make the changes. Let's do the right things. Let's help our clients. Let's do exactly what we're supposed to be doing as agents. What we took an oath to. I don't know if we ever did that with our state licensing. But at the end of the day, do what you would do for your own parents. Okay, if you wouldn't sell your own parents that Medicare Advantage or the MedSup policy, or switch them off that plan, or sell them that ancillary or that PDP, don't sell it to your clients. Right? It's pretty damn simple. I get to go home every single night as I'm getting ready to go tuck in my kids, and I go home and I sleep like a baby every single night. I never lay my head on the pillow and say, hey, I screwed that person, I screwed that agent, I didn't do right for my team member, I didn't do right for my employee, so on and so forth. So I'm gonna leave with that. Nice to meet you guys. Looking forward to get more of these videos out there. See you later.